So this is totally crazy because I've taken my GC test twice now, once with my building contractor's license, and then 4 years later, I upgraded to my general contractor's license in Florida. But now it's time to take over the nation with my NASCLA exam. What does NASCLA stand for? I got my notes. National Association of State Contractors Licensing Agencies. So I have all my books over here on my dining room table. Welcome to my home if you've never been here before. And I'm gonna walk you through the tips and the tricks. I got 5 good ones for you about how I tab and highlight my GC books to pass the test successfully. So keep watching. My beautiful wife, Erin, she's filming today.
The hair is only half done, Doge.
Okay. And that's Cooper. We call him Cooper News for long.
McDoge.
And this is Jacob McDoge.
He's jealous. All right, let's do this.
Let's do this then. Okay, so the biggest mistake, and this is tip number 1, that I used to see when I was in the GC, class to take the test, is people would cover up the tabs with other tabs. So tip number 1 is you gotta make your tabs readable, because on test day, it is all about being able to spin the book and quickly, like super fast, every second is so valuable when you're taking the test, be able to find the answer in the book. So one trick that I like to do, this is my little Sharpie fine point, and I'll get to that in a second, why you need this, but is to locate exactly where you want the tab to live in relation to the other tabs. So actually what I like to do when I know I want to tab the page is find the spot that I want to tab, right? And what I do is I make a small dot on the page of where I want that tab to go so it lines up perfectly in relation to the other tab. And then I will stick that tab and just cover up that dot just a little bit so all my tabs are perfectly in a straight line. And the most important thing to remember with tip number 1 is not to cover up other tabs with the tabs you're putting on. So you have to make sure to leave a little bit of space. So you can see I have weather conditions, problems, with drywall, handling drywall, tools, and this one right here, even though sagging is close, I can still read it. And it's not too close to the other tab to where I can't super quickly fast find that answer. Tip number 2 is to cut the tabs, if they come pre-tabbed, off of the book and re-put them on with what you want on them, of course, upside down. If you put the tabs on the bottom of the book upside down when the book is right side up and you're sitting there looking at it test day, boom, you got 125 degrees, 50 degrees, all these things at the bottom, super easy to read, and they'll pop out at you and you'll find the answer. So tip number 3 is actually getting the right tabs. Now, unfortunately, the tabs that we all loved, at least I loved them and a lot of other people did, are not available anymore. So there's a link for these in the description, an Amazon link. And it's really important to note that when I first got these, I was using my normal ballpoint pen and it would smear off. So what I had to do, permanent, a Sharpie permanent marker, ultra fine point. That's what this is. I could put a link for these in the description too. So this is your little toolkit. You want a fine point Sharpie, you want the tabs that I'll put the link to in the description, and a highlighter, not a gel highlighter. Because the gel highlighter, you can't circle over the actual gel and it makes it super inconvenient. So make sure to get the correct tabs. Again, link for that in the description. Let's go to number 4. So tip number 4 is to actually get your books pre-tabbed and pre-highlighted. Now I do have the link for Upstrive in the description. They're super fantastic. That is who I got all these books from. And again, I just got these a few weeks ago. So I'm just starting. So I got through my gypsum handbook here. You can see how I have some of the pre-made tabs that they gave me and my own tabs with the new tabs that I bought. And again, they're all white, but mine are handwritten and theirs are typed. But this is what it's gonna look like, when you get the book from Upstrive. And again, I'm gonna rip out these bottom ones and then flip them around so I can see them, when the book is right side up. So I'll make the tabs upside down. So I used to think, I had to get the books from scratch and do all my own tabbing, all my own highlighting. But this right here saves you a massive amount of time. And what you do is, let me show you. And I'm actually still in the process, Aaron's helping me, thanks babe, of printing out the practice questions that come with this. It's like an online exam course prep from Upstrive. The link's in the description if you want to get that. Then affiliate links are helping me out by buying that. And this is who I got it from. And it's absolutely fantastic. So what you do is you print these practice questions out, and they're per book, and you go through and you try to answer the question. So you want to try to find the answer to the question by yourself. If you can't find the answer by yourself, in the back, there's an answer key, and it tells you what page that answer is on. So you can go and be like, okay, cool. You find the page in the book, and if there's not already a tab there, go ahead, add the dot, put it in the perfect spot, add the tab, write the keyword of what you want to actually be on the tab. So I put a staple on all the pages that come with each practice test. So it's just together. And once I go through all the questions, there might be 50 or 60 questions for that book, I put one check mark on the top of the printout, right? And when I go through it again, because it's best to go through it at least twice, maybe 3 times if you're, really want to make sure you pass. Put another check on the top of the practice questions packet here for each book. Then once you have all the checks at least twice, maybe 3 times if you're able, then you're ready to take the test. And tip number 5, what do you actually put on the tabs? You could put the answer on the tabs. That's always a good answer. So for example, in this drywall book, I put 125 degrees. Then there's another spot here, I put 50 degrees. So when I actually go and just quickly open the book to that page, as you can see here, 50 degrees is circled. I know that's the minimum temperature that I should be installing drywall. And then if I go to the 125 degrees page, I know that 125 degrees is the maximum temperature that I should be installing drywall according to the Gypsum Construction Handbook. So you could also put a summary of the data and information that is on the page. You'll be surprised what 1 word or 2 words will do to trigger your brain, and you'll remember, oh yeah, products, oh yeah, framing, cladding, control joints, or just index and glossary, appendix, right? You can also do that. Finishing drywall, conventional plaster products, right? Installing, tape, that's like everything about taping and bedding drywall. Pre-bow, when you pre-bow the drywall to bend it around curved radiuses. Screws, right? So I know my screws tab, I open it and boom, here are all the screws, the bugle heads, the drywall screws, everything I need about screws for drywall is just, I'm looking at that tab all the time, even just when it's like sitting over there. I know, like boom, I can just get to the screws page in not even like 1 second. So thanks so much for watching this video. If it was helpful to you, definitely subscribe to the channel and leave a like or a question in the comments. Get your books at Upstrive. The link for everything you need is in the description, and I'll see you in next week's video. Thanks for watching.